Greetings, dear ones. This is Bevan Neiman with Perceptive Souls, and I want to welcome you to my mini video training, The Path to Your Life Purpose. Over the next week, you'll receive 3 short videos designed to help you successfully navigate the journey to a life filled with purpose, meaning, and to make a difference in whatever corner of the world that you live. At the end of those 7 days, if my teachings continue to resonate with you, I'll invite you to subscribe to my weekly email messages. And I have some fantastic tips and tools to help you thrive while you serve. And I also highlight upcoming events and what's going on inside my private community. However, if at the end of the week you're seeking a different kind of resource, I'll lovingly wish you well. So let's get started with this first lesson. Many people have asked me, is there a difference between a soul mission and a life purpose? You know, there are lots of interpretations out there, but I'll share what resonates with me after training with my mentor, Alan Seal, who is the founder of the Center for Transformational Presence. And he states that every single person has a unique soul mission, which is the core essence of who you are. Soul mission is not about the things that you do, but instead it's the divine energy that's underneath everything that you do. It is your unique way of being. And then your life purpose or purposes, because I believe that we have more than one throughout our lifetime, are the various activities, careers, opportunities, the ideas that you pursue, the risks you take, the things you do to be in service. Your life purpose can shift and change throughout your lifetime. And that was a huge relief for me to realize I didn't need to just pick one thing. Like if I were interested in multiple things, I could do that. And this is actually my 5th career. So I've reinvented myself over and over. So, for example, my soul mission is to invite evolution. And all the ways I've expressed that make up my life purposes, whether that's when I've been a teacher, a writer, a coach, a landscape designer, an artist, a friend, a daughter, a woman, a spiritual seeker, or a mystic. All those different things those labels, right, that we give ourselves, the ways that we identify who we are. Your soul mission, your core essence, and the life purposes that you express will be unique. So let's say that each of us is here to play an instrument in a cosmic orchestra. You have a certain energetic vibration, a melody inside of you that wants to be expressed. And maybe you begin by playing your melody on the flute. And that's okay, but it doesn't really excite you. And then you find out, well, you could play the drums, and you do that for a while. And then you start to hear the violin, and it catches your ear. And you discover you love playing the violin. But like all of the instruments you've tried before, it takes time, attention, and practice to get really good at it. And as you continue to practice, you gain mastery. Now, maybe the flute was like a subject that you liked in school. And the drums were a specific job that you had in your 20s. And the violin is that cause that you're so passionate about, that you volunteer for, donate to. And part of our awakening experience is realizing that we're playing in a larger orchestra with our family, our friends, our significant others, the country we live in, our planet, our universe. This awakening process is all about how to play your own instrument well and more harmoniously with all that is. And I'm sure you understand this when I say that the road to discover your soul mission and your life purposes is not always a straight line. It's more like a winding road with curves and detours. Sometimes it's wide open, while other times it's foggy and you can't really see around the next corner. However, if you look back, you will begin to recognize how each experience, even the bumps and the potholes in the road, led to the next and to the next, and on to greater mastery. Those moments when you experience adversity and struggle could be viewed as something horrible and terrible, or you could choose it to view it as your greatest opportunity to question, well, why am I in this situation? What's happening here? What am I learning at this moment? What do I need to get stronger? And this really helps us, this process of questioning and exploring. And we're going to talk about all of these wonderful stages in video 2 and 3, but they help us to understand who we are. So I would like to offer you a deepening exercise that you can consider doing over the next 3 days while you wait for the next video to show up in your inbox. Take a moment just to get quiet and reflect on an experience when you felt you were standing at a crossroads or like a fork in the path. You could go this way, you could go that way, and it may not have been easy at the time to know which way to choose. So eventually you just had to set off in a specific direction. And perhaps that job or that relationship or another decision, maybe it's a place you moved to, it didn't turn out quite like you'd hoped. If you stop for a moment and you look back at it with fresh eyes, what did you learn? Now that you have some distance, some space, and some time, who were you when you started to walk into that situation, that relationship, that job? And who were you when you left? How did it transform you? Who did you become? What did you strengthen inside of you? What did you understand? What did you know? What did you learn about yourself and others? How did you grow through this situation? So my friends, thank you so much for joining me. And I invite you to take a moment just to do this quick reframing and reflection. I guarantee it's going to help you start to understand that everything that you're doing is this unique journey. And I look forward to connecting with you again in video number 2.